Hey, welcome to CrossPoint. I'm Bob Sherwood, I'm the lead pastor, and I just wanted to address how we're moving forward with this new situation that all of us are confronted with. COVID-19 obviously has impacted all of life, and it certainly has impacted the way that we continue being the body of Christ in the church. I just want to remind us that we are the church. We continue to be the church. All those who have a relationship with Jesus are a part of the body of Christ, are the church. And we are determined at CrossPoint to continue to be the church regardless of what method, regardless of what vehicle that we use to accomplish that. And so we are moving forward with doing whatever we can. And so I want to address some of the ways that we're changing in terms of continuing to minister to the people around us. First of all, we are not a people of fear. And we are not a people of panic. Jesus was very clear that he is the head of his church. And he said that nothing, not even the gates of Hades, would overcome what he's accomplishing through the church. And so I want to tell you that we will get through this because of who Jesus is and because of the strength of standing on the solid rock. So first of all, let me address how we're going to continue forward with the weekend worship services. We're fortunate in that we have already established a vehicle with which we can use right now. We already have online services that we streamline on Sunday mornings at 10 o'clock, and they will be available on our website as well. And so we're going to continue doing that. We will not have services at the church, so all of the weekend services will be only online. And again, we're trying to strike a balance. We want to be prudent and wise, and we want to live within the balance of two extremes. You know, one extreme is panic and fear, and the other extreme really is irresponsibility and kind of undermining how important this crisis is. And I think that the wisdom of prudence is that we kind of play this in the middle. And so we are following the government guidelines of not allowing anything more than 10 people, any gathering of more than 10 people. And if there are gatherings of less than 10, then we observe the 6-foot social distancing rule. And so because of that, we really feel like it's prudent to continue with the online worship services for the time being. And we encourage you, continue to plug in on the online services. There's a place for you to comment on the Facebook page where it's posted. There will be posting on the website, not only for you, but to point others to that, especially at a time of hope. The world is filled and gripped with fear right now, and if you have a steady diet of that fear and that panic, that takes its toll on you, and all of us, myself included, we need a place where we get a steady diet of hope, of Jesus and of the good news. And so encourage you to continue plugging in and create this virtual online worship experience. By the way, it's a great opportunity for you to sing out loud in your home. There won't be anybody beside you or in front of you to hear you, so sing away. Secondly, I just want to remember that we are a community. Now, normally, the community of faith is most effectively experienced in small groups as we meet in homes, as we meet in groups here at the church. Now, obviously, again, because of the guidance that we're observing, we can't do that. So we're instructing our small groups not to meet in person. But again, we're pursuing ways to continue to create community through some virtual avenues, and we're exploring a few of those right now. Type of video conferencing where multiple people can be together, and it will be a way for our small groups to continue to meet online together in a virtual room where there can be Bible study, conversation, and prayer together. We will be rolling this out very soon. We're looking at about 3 different avenues right now. As soon as we pick one, we'll be sending instructions out to all the small group leaders, and then those leaders will be conveying that information to all the small groups. So we, again, encourage you to continue to meet with your small groups through this new avenue. If you aren't in a small group, please contact us, and we'll help you to plug into an existing small group, or we may end up creating some new virtual groups, but please do what you can in order to connect with other people of faith and people of hope, and share in that positive message of Jesus. Attached to that, we are continuing ways to try to resource those who have children and teens, families, and as well as the children and teens. And so in just a short period of time, we'll be rolling out some of the resources that we typically use on the weekends, but we'll be providing that to you through our website, some of the video resources and other things that you can use with your family and with your children and with your teens. And so be watching for that on our website. And then finally, remembering that we are the hands and feet of Jesus, and that we are the expression of love and hope to those around us. If ever there was a time when we need to be that and to do that, it is now. When all of this really started hitting us, and it's hard to imagine that was just a few days ago, but when it became obvious how extensive this crisis was going to be, one of the first questions that those on staff, those of us, the leaders, began asking is, how are we going to continue to meet those who are the most vulnerable, the elderly, those who are shut in, those who may be losing jobs, losing income, those who have children at home, and now that the schools are moving to online as well, those parents who will have to take time off. And so, I mean, obviously as a church we can't meet all of those needs, but we are determined at CrossPoint to do what we can. And so one of the first things that we are beginning to implement, and this is kind of in the works actually right now as we speak, a mechanism where we will begin contacting those who are vulnerable, particularly the elderly, those who are shut in on a regular basis, just to check up on them, make sure that they're okay if there's anything that they need. And remember that we can only contact who we know about. So if you're aware of somebody that isn't being touched by somebody, and you can relay that contact information, please call the church, email the church, or use our contact page on our website and relay that. One of the beautiful things that has happened, and I've been experiencing this just in the last few days, I've had a number of people who have contacted me personally, and there's some who have contacted the church, basically saying, hey, we want to help. What can we do? And so there are people who are willing to go to the grocery store, do grocery shopping, run errands, maybe do some small chores at home. And so what we're doing is right now we're creating kind of a storehouse mechanism where we can connect those who are in need with those who are willing to help. And so here's a couple ways that you can help, a couple things that you can do. Number one, just pray. And please relay those prayer requests to us. Either call the church office, email the church, or use the contact page on our website. Our staff meets every week, separated by 6 feet, and we will be praying for every single request that comes in every week. For those that we receive. And so please let us know about those that you're familiar with, those that you know about, and let us know so that we can pray for you and we can pray for others. But then secondly, with the demand of needs that we anticipate rising, we're all going to need some help. With those who have already contacted us, if you're willing and if you can offer some kind of help, whether you can just run errands for somebody who is homebound, whether you can do some shopping, whether you can do some chores around the house, whether you can donate some supplies or even financially. Maybe you're one of those people that has about 50 cases of toilet paper in your basement. And there are people who can't find any. I was in that boat 2 days ago. I didn't have any in our home. We didn't have any. And someone on staff brought us some toilet paper. So we're the recipients of somebody else's generosity. And so I understand clearly what that means. But you might have some resources. You might be able to help in some way, whether it is providing physical, practical help of going to someone's home, helping them in the home with some chores, or going shopping for someone, or providing some resources. If there's anything that you can do, please let us know. And again, we are building this database where we will connect those who are in need with those who can provide some of that need. I got to tell you, I am so proud of the way that Christians are rising to the occasion. You see, as Christians, we are a people of hope and of proactive help. See, we are not the people who hunker down in fear. We are the people who are the hands and the feet of Jesus, who reveal Jesus to a world that is gripped by fear. Jesus said perfect love overcomes fear, and we want to be the expression of that perfect love that helps to overcome fear. Let's be really clear about this. The goal of Christian life is not to survive. The goal of Christian life is to be the expression of hope and love, the love of Jesus in practical ways as each day demands. And so that's what we're determined to be and to do, to be that expression of positive love and help to those who are in the most need around us. And I believe that through this crisis, those of us who are Christ followers, we are going to be the ones who express hope and a change in terms of climate to all those around us. God bless you. We look forward to seeing you online in worship services on Facebook and on the website, in the small groups that will be rolling out virtually, and in practical ways of helping one another as we just rise to the occasion and serve the needs of those around us. God bless you. I'm going to be praying for all of you.